Today's video is on how to create mixed media art using jelly prints. We're going to go all the way from when disaster strikes on the jelly plate to creating an underpainting, choosing what direction to take that underpainting, working that painting all the way up to the finished article with some surprises along the way. All right? Let's get started. I was doing a print and I let it sit, and apparently you can leave the print on the plate too long, because when I came back to pull it off, this is what I got. This is all I got. The rest of it is basically, shredded paper. So I have this painting here that is just an underpainting that is still being worked up. And this jelly print is like perfect for this piece. So I'm just going to adhere it. And yeah, so for everybody asking, gosh, what do you do with all those jelly prints? This is kind of how it goes. And then eventually you see something in the painting and you bring it out. So that's what I'm going to do. And I was actually pretty excited when I saw this because, well, I don't know that we need all of it. But it's so nice to know that there's a plan that you can use. You can do something with your disasters. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get the matte medium and get to work sticking this down. Voila, no more disaster. Okay. Yep, matte medium, if I didn't say that. I mean, this is unbelievably perfect for this. So, the universe was conspiring on my behalf, which is an awesome thing. I do like this paper. It's gonna be fun. That's what I love about collage, because you can see what it's gonna do before you make the decision. Okay, well, we made it. As stated, this is an underpainting. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It might turn out to be an abstract, or it might turn into something else. So now that we've got a really fun abstract underpainting, comes the job or play of picking what we want that to be if we don't want it to be just a straight up abstract. So I've made several copies printed off of the painting, and I will explore the options. So this one, I can see in there a bird on a ball. Now this is a Posca pen. I'm just using it to get an idea. Here's a bird on a ball. So that would be one idea for the painting. In here I could see two different horses. I see one, well, let's just go. I see one right here. Okay, and then there's another horse in here. I mean, you could go a couple different ways. I see one kind of jumping. I also see one kind of head down there. Okay, and then this one, this one's kind of freaky. I was looking at this with a friend, and we saw some kind of interesting things in here. I'll hold it way up. We see this little tiny person and this kind of weird looking creature looking and pointing. I'll mark it out, but certainly not going to paint that. But it's pretty fun when you start looking into the painting. There's the person, and here's the here's the creature actually kind of pointing. Ooh, so no, we're not doing that one. And then finally, I see, now I think it would be not good composition, but because I am painting a lot of people right now, I do see a woman in here. She's facing, you know, the other way. This is a sort of a bun in her hair. So she's facing out of the picture, and there's a bird on her shoulder here. So that would be another option. So now I'll just sit with what makes the most sense, what would be the most fun to paint, what's the best composition, and we'll go to work on the painting. All right, so I'm back because while I'm doing this, and I know I'm not going to use the little person, oh, look at my hands. And as I started to work these up a little bit, I guess I'm really most drawn to the woman with the bird. And when I look at this now, even with what I drew, I'm actually still seeing this here with her hair and actually sort of a headband here. And I see, you know, like an owl here, which is really kind of cool. And I really think I'm the most drawn to that image, even though it's kind of not the best composition, but I think that's what I want to try. So if you know, and the owl, I don't know. What I will need to do with this is to go and get, we're going to cover that up. Go and get an image from, like, I don't know, Wikipedia Commons or Flickr, or, you know, an unlicensed image to give me some reference for an owl that's maybe looking away and a woman that's looking away. And we'll see what we can find, because this is actually the one that's got me the most excited. And even though, you know, even though it might be wrong, we got to go with what gets your motor running. Okay, so I'm going to look for that reference material, and then I'm going to start sketching on the actual painting. Okay, well, I couldn't find anything that I could use that I wanted to use for the reference for this, so I've just got to go on my own here. And I'm starting to realize this is probably Diana, Athena, and her owl, which is very cool. And now I'm even more excited, but I'm also nervous because I want to do it justice, and I feel like I need some reference to do it. But we'll see what turns up. For now, I'll just get a sketch on here and probably leave it there for now. So again, I see, we'll mix sort of her head here. Let's see. And if her eyes, like here, her ear is gonna be here. And if she's wearing some kind of jacket or shawl. And then our owl friend is going to be here. Really still going to see if I can find just the feathers. It's the back of the owl, so I don't really need to worry about owl eyes. And I know it'd be so much cooler if it was the owl face, but that's not what I see. So all right, we'll try this out. For now. Okay, so now we're going to work the painting up using acrylic paint and sprays and inks and stencils and all kinds of fun things. Also, we'll be adding some more collage paper where needed, where desired. And I'm going to be doing the push-pull of trying to take the painting where I think it should go, while also listening to the painting and seeing where it wants to take me. So part of this is going to be speeded up, and hopefully you'll get to see what you need to see. Okay, so it's the next day, and this is what it looks like right now. Black charcoal here. I've got some pink chalk on here, and I did some dripping. I dripped some paint and tilted the painting sideways so that it's flowing down here. I think it might be fun to then also tip the painting the other way and have the drips coming together. So we'll see about that. And I did find an owl reference, which I'm going to use. I did purchase it from canstock.com. It's this photo. I'm not going to use it exactly, but I'm going to use, obviously, I'm going to use this part to get some reference there. You do need to be careful when you do photos to either acknowledge or not use them too specifically, because, you know, there's rules about that. So I don't love the color on this right now. It's a little dull. It's not exciting. So I'm just going to do a couple of adjustments here, and then I'm going to move it back flat. And because some of the things I want to do will require very runny paint, and obviously when it's like this, everything's going to run down unless you tip it. Okay, so let me just make a couple of changes here that I see. Just feel like I want to have sort of a shoulder there, and then there's a this is where I start to get into trouble, is that I need too much specifics about things. And for the owl, I know I do want this foot here, and I want gonna have the feathers going more over like that. Now I need the black. And I may want to do some more jelly printing to get some more feathers. And I do want to reintroduce some of these shapes back in here. So with this going this way, we've got some feathers going down that way. Okay, so now I'm going to start reintroducing some of the things I like back into the painting that are kind of getting lost. And I'm going to show you something that I've never seen anyone else do. I'm not saying no one else has ever done it, but I've never seen it done. I'm using sprays, and although it says on here that it's Ranger Distress, I did start with that, but that's not what it is now, because the Ranger these aren't permanent, so they don't stay. But what you can do is mix acrylic ink in with your spray, and that makes it permanent. So that's what I do. I'm sort of blending my own, and I'm going to start down here because I actually want these lines back in here, and to do that I need to have the yellow over this so I can press it down. And I'm blocking out some areas because the spray really does carry and travel. So whoa. Okay. So now I'm coming up here, and I'm going to try to get an impression. Right here. Okay, I'll take that. And we might as well use some of this also. Let's see, how do we want to do that? What does that look like there? Okay, so now I have to let that rest, and then I want to get want to add this back in, some of this pattern, because I'm losing that here. I kind of like it like that, but for that we need to do light and dark to get it to show up. What else do we want to do here? All right, what colors should we do? Maybe we should just do all blue. Actually, I'm hearing a little bit of this sort of a brown. Okay. And then let's see where else we want that. Okay. Let's put some of that in here. Okay. That might be enough pattern. I was thinking some feather-y stuff coming down this way. So I guess I'll just do that while we're spraying. Oh, I don't want to obliterate that, or I don't know how to protect that right now though. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see, what about on here? Okay, see how fun that is? Oh my God, I'm getting hooked. All right, enough. So let's just see if we can carve out some more. I may be able to now go light behind as I originally wanted, because I've got a dark barrier in the charcoal. All right, so I'm gonna do some carving out. I feel like I want orange and blue, very light orange, very light blue. So Liquitex Basics white with some flame orange Daler Rowney ink, and Liquitex Basics white with some golden fluid acrylic phthalo blue green shade. All right, so Maybe just a little more of the blue going through here. And now I missed the purple. Now I want some of that purple back. All right. To cover that. Okay, so always the biggest challenge is finishing the piece, and this is where we're going to bring the painting to a close. And as you've probably guessed by now, there's a surprise at the end, so I hope you'll stick around and see the plot twist. All right, here we go. So here's where we are now. I guess what I'm gonna do is just leave the camera on and not talk and try and bring this to a happy place because I'm not happy with it right now. All right, so let's just see what happens. Okay, it's time for a little more collage. So I'm going to do that now after I change this. Looks kind of more like a kitty cat ear. Oh, look at all that. It's a big bump. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Okay, just a couple more things before I really stop and evaluate it for a final, you know, how I want to finish it. I mean, it's pretty rough, but I think there's so much going on. Simpler is better. And I want to fix this here, do a little more here, decide where the focal point is. But right now I want to see some like a blue purple like gown in here. And I don't know, this is peeled off my brayer. I thought it might make a cool, I don't know, headband there, bring that back in a different way. But I do want to see that down here. So that's all I'm going to do before we stop. That's not the purple I want. I've got more of this. Okay. So here's what happened. I finished the painting and I spray varnished it, and on the third coat of spray varnish, her face turned fluorescent pink. And I don't know why exactly, except that the spray varnish and the chalk that was under there had some sort of weird reaction. And I had to completely rework it. And because I had to completely rework it, I decided to bring her face out and the owl face out. And so it looks completely different, but I'm super happy with it now. And it just goes to show you that you can't get too attached to your idea. Let it evolve, trust the process. And here it is. It's called Plot Twist. All right, thanks so much. This is Vicki Reed with Paint by Heart. I hope you're feeling inspired, and I'll see you next time.